Hey guys, I am Kenty J here and welcome to my ultimate farming guide. This guide will also be sent to Aribiterspar's video competition for the end of the summer. If I get lucky enough, I will win. Skill farming is usually looked down upon and this is probably because most people have never tried it correctly. Farming can actually be one of the easiest skills in the game and one of the most profitable in the long run. This video explains 3 main methods I use to train my farming most efficiently, make money while farming, explain items needed, how to get them, all that good stuff, as well as some extra tips you may need. Anything not shown is a complete waste of time / money. Don't forget your popcorn, sit down, hope you enjoy the guide. Part 1. Basically what you're going to want to be doing from level 1 through 15 farming is growing allotments. As soon as you get level 15 farming, you could be growing trees as well as other stuff. The most annoying part about growing allotments is that you don't have the freedom as if you're growing trees, because they take short amount of time to grow and give little experience. I'm going to be showing you a shortcut, which is completing Fairy Tale Part 1. Not only does the quest give you the reward of the magic sectors, which do help you on later on in farming, but it also gets you all the way from level 1 through 16 farming. This basically skips all of your newbie farming days, and I really do advise you do this quest. I will still be showing you how to get 16 farming for those who do not have the requirements to complete Fairy Tale Part 1. When growing allotments, there are 3 main tools you're going to need, which is basically everything in farming. The spade, seed dibbler, a rake, and a watering can. You're also going to need a regular allotment seeds, as well as flower seeds, as well as some regular compost and some plant care if you would like. The first thing you're going to want to do as soon as you get to allotment patch, you can use any allotment patch. I'm using the one in Faldor. Is basically use your rake on the weeds and the weeds will go into your inventory. Next thing you do is use the regular compost on the patch and then the seed. And that's basically everything you're going to want to do. But don't forget to also use your watering can on the patch. In this example, I'm using a magic watering can. You could use a regular watering can. I will explain how to get the magic one in just a minute. Any type of allotments can take anywhere from 30 minutes up to 2 hours to grow, so I would just come back every 2 hours. Please make sure you are doing the best type of plant you could grow at the time. When you come back in about 2 hours, everything should be done growing. Basically, what I'm going to do is click on the patch and you will begin to harvest it. This is where the major part of the experience is coming, as you can see on my XP counter. The amount of potatoes or whatever you're growing, it varies. Basically what you're going to want to do after you harvest it is just rinse and repeat. Use the compost again, rake it if you have to, that's basically everything. From levels 1 through 15, this shouldn't take too long, maybe just a few trips. As soon as you get to level 15, I promise it's going to be a lot easier, and hopefully this wasn't too hard to understand. Note: levels 1 through 15 farming are very easy and do not require any XP rate / cost. Starting from this point, I will include all XP rates, cost / times when to do the farm run, etc. So don't be worried that this guide is all going to be like that. Part 2, growing herbs. Basically what you're going to need is everything in my inventory, starting from the law runes, air runes, fire runes, water, spade, seed dibbler, rake, 5 super compost, explorer's ring, ectophile, 5 types of herb seeds, the juju farming potion, and the magic sectors. Every item in my inventory will be explained, as well as how to pick what kind of seed you want to plant at your level will be explained in just a minute as well. So if you're planning on using the juju farming potion, the first patch you're going to want to go to is the Trollium patch. In order to teleport to Trollium with the teleport spell from the normal spellbook, you have to have the quest Edgar's Ruse completed. The reason why I'm telling you to use this patch first is because the juju farming potion only lasts 5 minutes, and I'd rather be safe than sorry because this patch takes the longest to get to. To obtain the juju farming potion, you must play the Herblore Habitat minigame. It's a bit too long to explain how to get it while I'm talking right now, but if you guys would like a separate guide on Herblore Habitat, make sure you let me know in the comment section below. What the juju farming potion does is gives you a 33% chance of picking double herbs, meaning you get experience for 1, however you can get 2. When you get on top, make sure you take a sip of your juju farming potion and start picking herbs. As you can see, I'm getting double sometimes, which is basically the effect of the juju farming potion, and it's definitely worth it. As soon as you pick them, you should teleport to your next patch. The next patch I'm doing is Arty patch. In order to teleport to Arty, like just the way I did it right now with runes, you must have the quest Plague City completed, then just basically follow where I'm going to Arty patch. However, it's not the fastest way to get to Arty patch. The fastest way to get here is with the Arty Cape 3 or 4. Arty Cape 3 can teleport here once a day, Arty Cape 4 unlimited, and it's definitely worth it doing. If you have the requirements, you get it from the Ardogni achievement diary. As you can see, basically repeat the process, pick your herbs, teleport to the next place. Next place I'm doing is the Port Phasemus patch. In order to teleport here the fastest way, the way I just did, you must have the Ecto file. This is obtained from the Ghost Ahoy quest, and yes, it is a pain in the ass quest, but it's worth it than walking here all the time from Carol or Barak or wherever you're going to be walking here from. So again, just repeat the process, and that's pretty much everything you just need to do. If you happen to get a full inventory the way I just did, just clean your herbs in advance and use them on the tulip icon to note them and continue your herb run. The next patch that I am going to is the Falador patch. The fastest way to get here is with the Explorer's Ring. Both Explorer's Ring 3 and 4 can teleport you here unlimited times per day, and it's obtained from the Lumbridge/Drainer achievement diary. Just basically, again, repeat the process. Pick the herbs, clean them, use the super compost, plant your new herbs, and that's pretty much about it. The last patch is the Catherby patch, which can be obtained, or you can get to there, by teleporting to Camelot and walking simply east. As you can see, my patch here died, and there's a 1 out of 8 chances of that your patches will die. So that kind of sucks. My bad face, smiley face, whatever. As you can see, I made 170k in a matter of 5 minutes, so it's really good money. Hopefully you enjoy doing this. Okay, I know what you're all asking. What herb seed is best to grow for money? And I'm not going to tell you the answer as of right now, but I'm going to tell you how you can calculate it. That way you can always be up to date and always be making the maximum amount of money that you can make. Basically, what you want to do is going to want to take the seed that you're growing, in my example, the Toadflax seeds, and price check it. The current price right now is 334 GP. Basically, you do is times that by 5, that's how many patches there is, which equals to 1,670 gold pieces. And then you would take the Grimmy Toadflax, or whatever you're calculating, times it by 30, because that's the average amount of herbs you would get using Super Compost and the Magic Sectors, which would be 123,690. Subtract that from the 1,670 for the 5 seeds, you would basically be making 122,020 GP per profit on average. If you're using a Juju Farming Potion, the average is 40, so times 40 by the herbs, 164,920 minus the 1,670, which would be 163,250 GP on average per run. Herbs take on average about an hour and a half to grow. I recommend doing as much a day, as this is very profitable and this could cover the cost of your other stuff that you're going to be farming. Part 3. Trees. For growing trees, it's going to get a bit more tricky. You're going to be needing law runes, air runes, fire runes, water runes, earth runes, spade, seed dibbler, rake, 1k GP, 5 types of saplings. I will show you how to make those in a minute, and whatever you're paying. On the screen right now, I'm going to give you guys the level, the name, experience a day, saying you do 2 runs a day, 1 in the morning, 1 before you go to sleep, 1 when you wake up, and then I'm going to show the XP, how much you're going to be getting per day, and the GP that you're going to have to be wasting per day. That, guys, you will have the best idea on everything you might need to pick. Obviously, by looking at the screen, maple trees are the best way to go for an average person, willows if you're a bit cheaper, and magic if you want to go all out, pretty much. Making a sapling can be very simple. The main thing you're going to need is a gardening trowel, a filled watering can. In this example, I'm using a magic watering can, which is obtained from the completion of the Fairy Tale Part 3 quest, a regular plant pot that's filled, and some type of seed. And yes, this does work for fruit tree seeds as well. In this example, I'm using a willow seed. Basically, all you're going to do is take the willow seed and use it on the plant pot. Next thing you're going to do is water it, and that's pretty much about it. You're done. From now, you basically just wait a couple of seconds, minutes, and it should turn into a sapling. So, to begin your tree run, you're going to want to teleport to Lumbridge with the Lumbridge teleport spell on the regular spellbook, and run behind the bank to the farm patch. Basically, all you're going to want to do is check the health, pay the farmer to go to the tree, grow another one, pay her again to watch the tree, teleport to the next patch. One thing I want to cover is it worth paying the farmer? It's definitely worth paying the farmer to get rid of your tree. The reason being is that it saves a lot of time, because if you cut it, sometimes you get a full inventory and you gotta drop them, and then blah blah blah. Obviously, if you're planting yew seeds, yew trees, or magics, maybe if you want that extra money, you might want to cut it. But if you're growing something like maples or willows, it's not really worth it cutting. So as you can see, the next patch I did was Falador, teleport to Falador, Grand Exchange, run east. The next patch is the Grand Tree patch. You're going to want to have the quest Grand Tree completed so they can teleport to mobilizing armies, take the Spirit Tree, and then teleport to the Tree Gnome Village, and that's basically where the patch is. As you can see, I'm basically doing the same thing over and over again, so there's really nothing else for me to explain besides how to get to the patches. So the next patch is in Falador Park. Basically, just teleport to Falador, run east, check the patch, pay the farmer to get rid of it, pay grow the tree, pay her to watch it. That's pretty much about it. The next patch and the last patch is in Taverly. How I get here is I decided to put my house in Taverly and then get here. If you don't have your house there, it's recommended you change it. If you can't, basically all you're going to want to do is run here from Falador. It doesn't take too long, but it would save you a couple of seconds to just have that house there. Anyways, that's pretty much about it for growing trees. Growing trees can be very good experience, but choosing a sapling that fits your budget cut is very, very important. Don't choose anything you can't afford. On average, trees can take anywhere from 5 to 8 hours to grow, and you can possibly do 3 runs a day. All previous experience and are calculated assuming you'll do 2 runs a day. So if you're doing 3, you're going to want to half those costs and add that to the cost that they are right now. Part 4, fruit trees. What you're going to want for these is law runes, air runes, fire runes, and water runes, as well as the spade, seed dibbler, rake, and any type of hatchet. Next thing you're going to need is 6 saplings of your choice, whatever you're paying for that, Brimhaven teleport tablet, Juju teleport spirit bag, and a teleporting crystal. Once again on screen, I'm going to have all the XP rates, cost, and of every type of sapling, fruit sapling that you could possibly grow. As you can see, papayas are probably the most used for an average player. Pineapples are probably the second most used for if you're a bit cheaper, and if you really want the farming experience, palms are worth it. I do recommend them if you do have the money and want the fast experience. So start off your regular fruit tree run. You're going to want to teleport to Camelot. From Camelot, you're going to want to run east all the way to the Catherby fruit tree patch. Teleport to Camelot, the only requirement is I think about 45 magic. As soon as you get to the patch, what you're going to want to do is check the health. This is going to be where the major experience comes. Next you're going to do is spam click the tree. Spam clicking the tree really does give you that potential to get whatever harvest you're getting a bit faster. I don't know if this is just for papayas or for everything, but it does save like 10 seconds on every single tree, which in total saves you a minute per run. And if you do this once a day, it's going to add up to 99, a lot of time you're saving. Next patch is in Brimhaven. If you have the teleport tablet, use it. If you don't, you're going to want to take the boat from Catherby. The teleport tablet is obtained from the Love Story quest. Well, after the quest, you're going to want to use a regular house teleport, and you're going to use a chisel on it and make it to Brimhaven. The next patch is in Tree Gnome Stronghold, which once again, you're going to want to use the tree teleport to Tree Gnome Village, and you're going to have the Grand Tree quest completed, as well as the Tree Gnome Village quest for the next patch. The next patch that you're going to want to be going to is the Tree Gnome Village patch. To get to this patch, use the spirit tree to Tree Gnome Village. You're going to want to squeeze through this gate and follow this gnome Elkoi here, and he will get you out of the maze straight to the patch. I also want to apologize for the lag I am having in this recording. I don't know why I was lagging so bad, but unfortunately I was. And that's pretty much everything. And yes, you could note the papayas by talking to the leprechaun. The next tree patch is in Lilia. I don't know how to pronounce that. Get there with a teleport crystal, which you obtained from the Morning's End Part 1 quest. The next and last patch is the one in the Herbal Habitat. To get there, just basically use your Juju teleport bag. As of right now, I can't check the plant of the tree because I'm using something in the minigame, but you'll basically just do the same thing. Check the tree patch, pay the farmer, and fruit trees, as of right now, give the best farming experience in game, and it's important that you don't miss out on these. Again, make sure you pick a fruit tree that you could afford. And I recommend doing these once a day, because if you do them once a day at the same time, you have a 99% chance that they will always be ready at the time that you are going to check them. Alright guys, sadly, it's time for the video to come to a conclusion. That's pretty much about it for the farming guide. This guide does only show the 3 major farming runs, and also the only ones that I do. However, there's a few other ways to train your farming that is not included and is actually worth doing. What I'm going to do and what I'm talking about is calqua trees, cactus vines, and watermelons, which I will make a separate video for, which contains all 3 of these farming runs and how to do them. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I really hope this guide helped you and change your view on the skill of farming. Keep in mind, this video took me a week to make, with hours spent every day editing, recording, all that good stuff. I would appreciate if you guys would simply press the like button if this video was helped you or if it's good. Any questions, constructive criticism, feel free to leave a comment below. Thank you for watching again. This has been Kenty J, and deuces.